in a similar way and has apparently been practiced since the 4th century. Well, we just kind of learned something from the Indians, so it's fine. And that makes us so much smarter, obviously. In here, I'm going to build up a little bit. Technology has improved. It looks like the money is spent. We need to wait here. We'll probably be raided until our forces fully recover. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't engage all Lithuanian troops in Vienna, for example. Probably not the best idea, because they would be able to attack us from multiple sides. But we'll see. You see, Poland and Lithuania will never stop harassing us, and they're already garrisoning Prague. Now, they're going to harass us on the southern frontier and on the northern frontier. Actually, they have dealt with Berlin, truly dealt with Berlin. All the towns there have been raided. Well, at least they're German anyway, or Prussian, so it's fine. They're not French. Yet. They would rebel at any moment now. If only there wouldn't be a standing army standing there. United States, they wish for an alliance. An alliance would be a good idea. I wouldn't want to be attacked in the back myself. Fine. We will be allies for some time. I want to focus on fighting Indians anyway. I think that United States eventually would make things work my way. Furthermore, as you can see, the Prussians have started to rebel. The people of this region have armed themselves and risen up against your government. This open rebellion must be put down at once, lest it spread to adjacent regions and leads to revolution. Okay, we can't allow this to happen. First of all, we'll attack with a combined force of Lithuanian troops that are damaging our land. And after this significant victory, we'll go after the rebels. And so after a series of victories, we certainly secured Berlin for ourselves. I'm going to send the garrison from Berlin south to Dresden, because if I leave it open, there is a chance that it's going to be attacked by Polish Lithuanian troops there. We have gained many traits, learned many things. Reflexious critiques sur les histoires des anciens peuples. I have no idea what does that say. Can't even pronounce it properly. A newly published work by the celebrated French Orientalist Etienne Formont is exciting great interest in the nature of myth. The work is very learned, seeking to establish common links between the deities and mythological figures of various civilizations. Professor Forman's formidable linguistic skills have enabled him to examine the roots of words and mythical names, thereby tracing their development through various cultures and establishing commonalities. By this method, he has arrived at a number of surprising conclusions. Amongst them, the Abrahams is one of the same being with Saturn from the ancient Roman pantheon, and thus the god Jupiter and Abraham's son Isaac are also the same. Forman's reasoning, backed as it's by layer upon layer of detailed examples and etymological proofs, however tedious, is proving very difficult to dispute. His ideas have sparked a debate on the nature of mankind that seems set to run for some time yet. Good to know that people are thinking about various things there.
Monsieur?
In any case, I have to deal with more armies that are invading my territories.
Fier et victorieux! Préparez-vous! Marchez!
I have decided that attacking Hanover and Denmark may have to go after a long period of time. Only when our forces fully recover and the cities and regions in Berlin and Dresden are fully incorporated. For this reason, I'm going to march my 4th army to Prague, and we're going to take Prague. This will make all our 4 armies face Poland and Lithuania for a period of time. Maybe that would even be good enough for peace. Furthermore, I need to establish the churches out here. This is very important. This will make my newly conquered regions much more Christian. I have no doubts about that. Catholics here are over 50% already. Fortunately, Denmark are Protestant too, but otherwise most of the nations here in the Western Europe are Christian, and in the Eastern Europe they're Protestant or Islamic or Orthodox. So we're keeping our part Christian. So that's Spanish, Italians, Venice, Genoa, France are all Christian.
Vos ordres, Votre Majesté?
Now I'm gonna go with some Indian trade ships here. I see that I don't really need a trading port there. I could just go with fishery. Let's go with fishery due to the fact that I haven't built many of these just yet. And after that we'll build Indian tradesmen all over the place. And I'll hope that this will tremendously increase our trade income with the nations that we're currently trading. It's unclear where exactly I want to go, really, or which of these areas are more available than others. So I'll just have to guess. Maybe I should go for Ivory Coast. Let's find out how much Ivory costs. Ivory costs 23 right now. Coffee is heavily produced, sugar is heavily produced, spices. This is the most lucrative trade resource right now. Something that we would certainly need. Let's go to Ivory Coast. It's relatively expensive, and when the time comes, we'll send our forces there to start trading.
À vos ordres.
Poland and Lithuania will soon be hit themselves. We'll make sure they lose Prague. In here it looks like the Russians are still harassing the Swedish forces there. Maybe there's going to be a battle over here in these woods. Yes, there is. Sweden has attacked and defeated Russian army there. Or at least Russians have retreated without extremely high losses. Fine. One of our agents has moved up, and as you can see, this priest is going to turn this nation Catholic very quickly. The United States, they're Protestants, so that's not good for us, obviously. They were at war against Quebec. Are they still at war against Quebec? Yes, they are. Quebec is going to be our enemy too. And so we'll be marching on them now.
Monsieur.
I can't land quickly, but we'll certainly go close. We can land there and march on Quebec. Easy. The priest will be sent south so that it could spread our religion further on these islands right there. Workers are still on strike, but at least the nobility now is much more reasonable. I have just replenished
Oui, Mila.
3 of our armies
Préparez-vous pour la guerre.
on the eastern front, and they will be fully replenished not long from now. In here I'm going to build 2 churches. I hope that that's going to be enough to make
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres?
this area of Brandenburg much more Catholic very quickly. Besides that, we have a united force here. Well, we don't really need to recruit these, they can just stay here. I need this army there. We would be sailing to Denmark, Ireland, Iceland. But it will do for now. We've got ourselves another priest. I like to see that a lot. That means we will have to send this priest south. And so 3 priests south, not so long from now. We'll surely make sure that our territories there are certainly Christian.
Oui, monsieur.
In here I don't have any churches, but maybe I build one soon enough. Yes, it looks like troops close to Prague are moving. That will give us an opportunity. It looks like Russians are going to engage troops defending Stockholm once again. And be defeated once again. It looks like Riot is going to be emerging without doubt there. As you have already noticed, many ships have been built. And these will go to Ivory Coast. And I leave it be for now. could build some more, but first of all, I want to know just how much I can gain. I need to scout all of those areas there